Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. We have another show full of the hottest topics everyone is talking about. We're going to break it down and then find out later on the show what Black-owned business we highlight. Want to monitor over social media, Facebook, X, IG, TikTok, and of course our official website is StephenKnightShow.com. You can also watch us on our YouTube channel. Please comment, subscribe. We definitely appreciate you. And then, of course, check out our merchandise on our website. Check it out. Check it out. And then make sure you register to vote. It's very, very, very important that you vote. We know we have a big election coming up in November. And today is Earth Day. Today is Earth Day. What is a day that brings attention to organizations that are working to bring attention to climate change and folks who do help the Earth recover around the world. The first Earth Day was celebrated in 1970 when 20 million people went to inaugural events at schools, universities, and other public areas around the country, according to the Library of Congress website. Senator Gaylord Nelson advocated for Earth Day and called on students to fight for environmental causes and oppose environmental degradation with the same energy that they displayed in opposing the Vietnam War. This is all based on what the Library of Congress says. Then the libraries added in July 1970, the Environmental Protection Agency was created after the public demand for clear water, air, and land as more disasters has caused climate change and pollution impacted the country. So that's your little fun fact. I didn't know what Earth Day was about either, but now we do. All right, so everybody, how y'all feeling, family? Y'all feeling good today on this Monday?
Yeah.
Y'all
yeah.
I guess
I'm the only energized one. Yeah.
Right, right. Our question.
It's
Monday. It's Monday. The question of the day is: do you believe in taking back expensive gifts after a breakup? Linnea.
One, I don't know what an expensive gift is, so I'm not sure of what you're speaking of. I think the most expensive thing that I've given to someone would be my boyfriend, and I took him on vacation. I can't take that back.
No.
But no, I'm not an Indian giver. So once I give it to you, it's no longer mine, it's yours. And what I'm gonna do with it anyway.
Right. This question all stemmed from Julia Roberts. She has a niece who's an actress, and she was talking about after she broke up, she had bought this guy this book, and when she found out the book was worth $3,000, she took it back after the breakup. That's why it's Chike, what about you? Do you believe in taking back expensive gifts?
In a certain context, yes. If the gift was given with the thought of the relationship in mind in its inception, then yes, it needs to be taken back because it was bought with the intention of the relationship, i.e. an engagement ring. An engagement ring is a promise to get married, right? That's what it's there for. If that marriage isn't going to happen, it's fair game for that thing to be given back or gotten rid of, you know. So I don't know. To each his own.
That's the law, though, with an engagement ring. So that's different. That's different. It's supposed
to me, there's no difference. If I give you something in love, then, especially if it's on the promise of a relationship, then yeah, I might want that thing handled.
I don't want no remembering. No remembering. No remembering.
Brittany, what about you?
I'm not as evolved as the rest of the panel here. So for me, it depends on why we broke up. If you did me wrong, you give it back. And I don't care how you send it to me. You could mail it to me, drop it off on my porch. I want it all back, like in a box. But I feel like, no, you can't have back what you bought me, though. It just depends. Like, if you bought it for me, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to give it back. But I definitely am going to come get my stuff. I'm petty, though.
Petty, right.
But don't listen to me. Don't follow me. You guys still working on me.
I don't believe in taking back gifts, but most of the people who commented on the Facebook page, they don't believe either. But someone did say if it's an engagement ring, cheeky, like you said. And Karen said, no, but I'll tear it up. LOL. She said she's just joking.
No, she ain't joking.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't joking, but I will say this. you have a certain amount of time. Like if I got stuff in my space and we didn't live together, you have a certain amount of time. Once you pass that time, because I worked in law, once you pass that time and that statute of limitations has gone, we're going in the garbage. After a certain amount of time, because people can sue you for stuff like that, even though they may never come back and get it, but they do have a certain amount of time in order to get whatever then
That they left.
that's considered there.
Mm-hmm.
So just be
But what about those things like when people give cars and stuff like that, and then you go and move on, or you go put, and now you driving around with another girl in a car I didn't help you get, like, you can't do that. Like, that's just, huh?
Is it in your name?
I don't know, like, but I would definitely be hearing about girls dating men and they be coming and getting the car towed back.
And that's because those young ladies didn't have the wherewithal to get the vehicle in their name. If the vehicle
Yes.
was in their name, they wouldn't have that issue.
But
That's
see,
what a boss does.
yeah, I mean, I be feeling like it's okay. It's okay to do take backs then. I mean,
Take a chance when you put something. Of course, you take a chance when you put something in your name for somebody. They tell you never put anything in your name. And if you decide to finance a dude in that manner, how about you make sure it's your husband if you're gonna do that? Like, why do it for a boyfriend and you don't even half the time when I hear about stuff like that, you've only been dating this dude for like a couple weeks, a couple months. Oh, he told me he was gonna flip it at income tax and all that dumb stuff.
Judge Judy always says never sign a lease, buy a car, even get a dog with someone you're not married to, because there's nothing to protect you from that. But tweet us at home and let us know, do you believe in taking back expensive gifts after a breakup? All right, so Ashanti announced some great news. She's expecting her first child with Nelly. And she also shared that they're engaged. She told Essence Magazine, this new year of my life is such a blessing, full of love, hope, and anticipation. Motherhood is something I've always looked forward to and shared with my family, fiance, and loyal fans who have been so supportive of my career. It's an amazing experience. And they dated for like 10 years and they broke up, I think in 2013, and got back together after the Versus battle. That's when they had seen each other, they hadn't been talking. And Shanti said initially she was nervous about getting back with him, but obviously they did, and they always looked so happy together. And we all knew she was pregnant, you could tell. And Nelly rubbed that stomach one time and kind of gave it away. But what are your thoughts on them now back together, engaged, and expecting their first child? I'll start with you, Brittany.
I love it. I feel like it feeds my childhood. So, like, I love when they were together. I used to have the biggest crush on Nelly. And so I thought he was so fine when he came out with Country Grammar. I was in high school and I loved him. And so I'm happy to see him happy with Ashanti. I think Ashanti looked better than the last girl he was with. And I didn't really like him with Miss Jackson. And so I don't think he was ever really happy either. But I like this. I like this. I like she finally get her first child. I think they broke up because she had went on and thought that he was gonna propose to her sometime soon. And I think he went on and did an interview and was like, they weren't gonna
They
get
weren't even
married.
together.
Like something had happened
Yeah,
where it was a
they weren't together.
miscommunication. And so, sometimes spin the block work.
And the
So
blood work. What about you, Chicken? What do you think about this?
I'm here for it. I love a good Black love story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to each of their prospective books because I would like to see what happened in each one of their lives that got to that point to bring them back together. I'm curious.
Yeah. Vanilla?
I am a product of spin the block. Uh, Jay and I, we met a long time ago, and that wasn't the right timing.
Yeah.
And he stalked me for a long time to make sure I was single before he came back. I love you, baby. So 7 years and counting. So
7 years ago.
you know, spinning, and I don't say spinning. Spinning. That's Pinna. Yeah.
Spinning.
Spinning the block.
Spin the block. Well, congratulations to both of them. So they announced the 2024 class of Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. It includes Mary J. Blige, Cher, Foreigner, Kool and the Gang, Ozzy Osbourne, Dionne Warwick, Jimmy Buffett, and more obviously more people. What are your thoughts? Because there was a big thing with Cher. Cher had said F the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because this was prior, because every year she thought she was going to be inducted and she wasn't. And this year she is. But what are your thoughts on some of these people that have been inducted? I'll start with you, Linnea.
I don't know how these people are picked, and it's not really something that I follow. So I mean, congratulations to everyone that got picked. Yeah, I got nothing.
They talked about today. I was watching CBS Mornings. They talked about changing the name because a lot of these people aren't even rock and roll artists. To make it maybe just Music Hall of Fame. Because even when Dolly Parton got it last year, she almost turned it down because she said, "I'm not a rock artist," and then she came out with the rock album. Chike, what are your thoughts on them changing the name and some of these people that were inducted?
So I love any type of platform that focuses on artists and gives them their accolades. So hats off to them for having such an establishment. So here's where I feel a little indifferent. It's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's what it was created. That's what it is. That's the brand name. That's what we've known for all these years. Why change the name? We all know what it means. We can say rock and roll. Yeah, the artists do not produce that type of music, but the name of the award and the name of the entity is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It was created for a reason. And if they honor someone, then they're honoring them because of a specific reason. Doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be under the genre of music. They're honoring their artistry, period.
Mm-hmm.
What's in the name, right?
Yeah. Brittany, what are your thoughts?
I thought it was pretty weird because I was like, I didn't know Dionne Warwick did rock and roll, but I was like, I am with Chike. Like anything to celebrate somebody, I do think like Mary J. Blige is a legend, and I think she deserves all her flowers, especially after what she went through with like that with Kendu or something.
Mm-hmm.
And it just seems like now she just been winning ever since. So I'm really happy for her. And so, yeah. I don't know about them changing the name. Like, yeah, just let it be what it's gonna be. But it's quite a
I want to
class.
speak something to that as the name thing again. So if you notice that as we move along in time, they're changing the names to a lot of things. They're changing the look of a lot of things. And although I am for newness and growth and progressiveness, I'm for it very much. But what type of past would we have if everything's going to get changed and refixed and remixed? What will we remember? So just keep that in mind when we're out here doing these name changes and reconstructions and things.
Yeah. I think the
Like
intention is there, is good, but I do agree sometimes we can overcorrect something, and cause issues. Well, we'll take a quick break. We come back, find out why Stephen A. Smith is under fire. And did you hear about the man that set himself on fire outside of Trump's court hearing? Well, we'll find out what happened to him. And then Jill Scott is defending Chris Brown. Right back after this.